Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes us beyond the... .35 before going out of bounds. And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's taken in by Shavers. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 8 yards out. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Love fires that quickly outside. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. They go with Jacobs. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Love this time is going to set up to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Love wants to shift things around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Throwing now is Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Cook again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10.
Strike it.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Firing quickly out wide is Love. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Out of the shotgun, it's Love. They'll try and do this, and touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for two. That's caught, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Love now. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he's up in it after a gain of 4, up to the 25-yard line. Love, he's going to change the play here. A throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. And he is going to have a Packers first down. He needed 5, he got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Love from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed.
Faster.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Love. Throw left side, complete. That's Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Going back to Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here now, 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now an audible here into something else. To throw now, here's Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now Love. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Option play. Here's Cook. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Allen. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Cook up the gut. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Second and a couple. Up the middle, it's Cook.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll run again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. So Allen's going to look to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.